Hey everybody, welcome back. Just a quick open discussion about why it is that I don't do as much regular content anymore. And what it boils down to is that it's just a matter of time. It's a matter of time before they get you, because they hit your channel and they hit your channel and they hit your channel. And I'm talking about ScrewTube and their algorithm and their bots. It's a matter of time before they just fold you up. They do everything possible to discourage you from putting out content. And I deal with this every day. And I've made the joke on the podcasts that I do, the Coffee Talk podcast, that, I wake up in the morning and while I'm brushing my teeth, I'm wondering what's in the email from ScrewTube today. And that's quite literal, because practically, and there are times where for weeks in a row, every morning, something is in there. Something is in there. And I just got hit again this morning, which is why I'm talking about this. And it's a big one. It's a big one. And they hit you for things that don't make any sense or that you can't verify. Like, it'll be a video from 3 or 4 years ago and it's been removed. And so you can't even check to see what they're talking about, if they even tell you what the problem was. And they give you warnings, and they give you advertiser strikes, and they give you the dreaded yellow dollar sign and everything else. And it's all to discourage you from continuing to put out content. Meanwhile, and if you've seen the podcasts, mostly I'm just reading from credible news sources and having some dialogue with the people that are in the comments section. Not telling anybody to do anything or to think anything or whatever, just reading, maybe a little bit of opinion. Okay, fine. It's not vulgar, it's not aggressive, it's not threatening. None of that's going on, but their bot can't tell the difference. And they do target, because as many of you might be aware who are regular viewers of that podcast, it goes out over more than one channel, with the same description, same title, in the same category, broadcast live on 2 channels every day. One takes hits and one doesn't. Why is one being targeted and not the other? Because the channel is being targeted and not the content. It's as simple as that. And then you get your warning. You get your warning, and they want you to take a sensitivity training, and they put questions. They give you a scenario, and you're supposed to answer, yes, it's a violation, no, it's not, to these questions. And I should have taken some screenshots, because I looked at this earlier. And there's a lot of hypocrisy there, because things that you read that they say are not a violation, I know if I did it, I would get in trouble. So is it or is it not? Because what you claim in your little training, you don't demonstrate in practice. And I get it a lot also. People, they tell me, oh, well, there should be a class action lawsuit and all this. Yeah, that'd be cute if anybody had the time, money, energy to put into something like that. I certainly don't. Most content creators certainly don't. I'm not Mr. Beast here, who is making millions upon millions of dollars on ScrewTube videos that could afford to go to court if I had wanted to. Nobody's going to do that. They'll keep you tied up for years. It'll cost a fortune. Nobody's going to do that. So it's really just a matter of time before they just grind you down. And having to deal with that, having to deal with your viewers being blocked from content. And I've made this example many times. You look at Prepper University that has like 64,000 subscribers. And if I put up a normal video, I'm lucky to get 500 views in a month. Something is wrong. I've gone from tens of thousands of views to a few hundred. Something is wrong, and it's not me, because I didn't change, but the system did. They just grind you down and grind you down. And it's a matter of time before you either get sick of it and you go do something else, because dealing with that constantly is toxic, or they find some excuse to finally put up that last nail in the coffin. And that's the reason why I've backed way off from a lot of the regular content, although the podcasts run into problems too. The podcasts also run into problems. There's no incentive. There's no incentive. They won't leave you alone. There's no money. I'm not getting paid to talk. It's a miserable experience from the so-called content creators position, unless you're just straight up towing the line. If you're straight up towing the line, oh, they love you, as it would seem, because I see things that I think are clear violations on other channels that, no problem. No problem. They go right under the radar. But with me, it's at the point where I'm not even sure what I can and can't say anymore, because there are certain words and phrases that I've figured out I can't say because their algorithm doesn't it's either deliberately targeting or does not comprehend. And you can appeal when something happens and it says, oh, you'll hear something within 72 hours. You will hear something within 72 seconds, because as soon as you submit that appeal, you got an email already. That quick most of the time. And there's no way that somebody sat there and looked at an hour-long video and made a decision. It's just not the truth. It's just not true. Nobody is actually looking. They say that, oh, we have human sources. Human sources will look at the video. I think human sources must be the name of their algorithm. I don't think anyone actually looks at anything from their side anymore. But I mean, in a nutshell, that's pretty much it. It's just a matter of time before they either close the door completely, or I determine, okay, dealing with their nonsense day in and day out is too toxic for me to continue doing this. And then I have another channel, by the way, that's hobby related, that they never touch it. Although on the hobby channel, I forbid social or political discussion of any kind, because I just want it focused on hobby related things. So yeah, I guess it's not so easy to get in trouble in that type of an environment. But if you want to talk about anything that gets wheels turning, to discuss anything with anyone openly, like I'm even doing right here, oh, they don't like that. It's really unfortunate that this is the levels that all of this has sunk to over the years, as this has gotten more and more difficult. But just throwing it out there, like I said, I got hit again this morning. And had to take their little sensitivity training class for nothing, for literally nothing. And what they cited was where I was reading a news article from a credible news source, because I read them from all over the place: New York Times, New York Post, Washington Journal, Wall Street Journal, Newsweek, whatever. I'm reading news articles. What are you going to do? Thoughts? What do you think about all of that? Let me know in the comment section down below, please. Give the video a thumbs up. Can't hurt, I guess. I don't know if it helps at all. They say it helps with the algorithm. I don't believe anything does, quite frankly. Please, if you haven't seen the podcast, check it out while it's still there. And I will talk to you again soon.